Hey everyone, welcome back. Well, 24 hours later and I'm back at the edit desk. If you ever decide to make YouTube, you'll be at the edit desk a lot. But this morning, when we woke up, the video was doing really well from yesterday. And we have a big weather change coming. This polar vortex is moving this way, and it looks like for the next 2 weeks we're going to be into really freezing weather and not good for collecting trees. So we decided to go back to the site, and we had a great time. Weather was good, and once we got there, we started looking at all the big trees around where I'd taken that other tree from. And we went through all of them, and none of them really had as nice of a trunk as the one that we got yesterday. So I try to be really picky about taking trees now because I might have them the rest of my life. So it's pretty important that they're really good trees. So once we decided not to take single trees, I started looking at some of the other trees there and decided to do 3 trees in a box, 3 upright trees. So that's what ended up happening. So I hope you enjoy. So this was the first tree that got my attention today. It does have a lot of lichen on it, just covered with it. But it is a really nice miniature looking tree. And I chose this one to be the middle tree of the planting. And I could tell by giving it a few tugs that it was going to come out very easily. So didn't take much to get it up out of the ground. And once it was cut loose, it had a lot of low branches on it that needed to be cut off. But did have a really nice base and good looking trunk. So I decided to trim a bunch of those low branches right there. This tree, of all 3 of them, had the most lichen on it. A couple of the other trees really didn't have it. So this one took the most time to clean it off. And I'll probably be picking lichen off that tree for quite a while. So this one ended up being the the center tree of this planting of 3 trees. So I'm thinking that that first one's going to be the tallest one in the group. And this one I think will be one of the other trees. It's got some real nice movement down low in it. Just needs a lot of those branches cut off. I do like to make low branches here in this situation. Take this one high root off. So I want the soil level to be right in here somewhere because it's so nice there, all that movement. Got a bunch of dead ones in here. Yeah, this is starting to come to life. Not bad. All right, I think I found the third tree here. This one's kind of almost has a knee on it. That's sticking up out of the soil. A gnarly base on it. So I'm back home, got set up in the greenhouse. The cold air is moving in outside. So this is the box that I made for these trees. Sometimes figuring out the right size box is the hardest part of putting these trees together. I knew I need to make a fairly large box for these trees. So this one has 22-inch sides and 14-inch ends on it. And here's the first tree. I knew from the beginning I wanted this one in the center of the box because it has the best upright shape to it. The other two just seem to want to be on the side of each side of that one. So we get some soil in the bottom of the box. And I'm using my usual mix: tree compost, perlite, and peat moss. So that's the tree that it has like a knee on it. So I'm planning on having that part exposed in the planting and make it a feature. So we'll get the center tree in there. These trees will stay in this box for probably 2 years. And then hopefully I'll make a concrete pot for them that'll stay outside somewhere, find a good place for it, and just never move it, because these spruce trees are doing really well, and my concrete pots left out for the whole winter. So it's always kind of a tricky time trying to get them arranged right. Especially doing this by yourself. It's always nice to have someone to help pour the soil on there, but I just take my time and try to get them situated like I want them. The roots on these trees will definitely all grow together, and it'll just, after a couple of years, it'll just be like one tree when it's taken out of there, one root mass. So I got all the soil in there, got them situated like I wanted them, and added a few rocks. And after looking at it for a while, I decided to take the lower branches off of this tree. It had a really weird looking cluster of branches right here. So with low branches, it's can't go wrong cutting them off. It's all about looking at the trunks on these things, so especially when they have weird branches like this one had. So the first thing we did when we got to the site today was to collect some moss for this. So it was time to get it all mossed up. One of my favorite parts of doing this is adding moss to them. Came out really nice. So I took them back in the shop because it does get dark so early now. I love the knee on this tree. I love the view from this angle of them. I'm sure I'll have these trees around for a long time. I hope everyone's having a great bonsai day. And I'll see you next time on Bonsai by the Sea.